that the Haitians were only enslaved once, and then after they used voodoo, which was their original spiritual system, they got free not only to never be enslaved again. Are the Haitians not Hebrew Israelites? And then who?
And this is so fucking stupid. Of course, that our so-called Haitian brother Israelites from the tribe of Levi. I mean, come on, man. But anyway, they never did get free. All right. It says what? It says Haiti legacy of debt began shortly after the gaining independence from France in 1804. I'm going to say so-called. All right. In 1825, France with warships at the ready demanded Haiti compensate France for its losses of men and slave colony. All right. So how is that free? In exchange for French recognition of Haiti as a sovereign republic, France demanded the payment of 150 million francs. In 1838, France agreed to reduce the debt to 90 million francs to be paid over a period of 30 years to compensate former plantation owners who had lost their property. But they supposed to be free. It says what? The modern equivalent of 21 billion was paid from Haiti to France. All right. Then I'm gonna go down here. It says the French government finally acknowledged the payment of 90 million francs in 1883 until it took 1947 for Haiti to finally pay off the social interest of the debt. The story of the first payment, 24 million gold francs, being transported across Paris from the vaults of Thomas Gandolfi at Sia to the coffers of French treasury were recorded in detail. Sorry if I pronounced the words wrong. Historian had traced long documents from the time of 1825 orders, though the various refunded efforts to find remittance to the National City Bank in 1947. All right. It says from 1957 to 1986, Haiti was ruled by the corrupt oppressors Duvalier family. Loans occurred during this period were loan with estimates to account for approximately 4% of Haiti's debt in 2000 before the debt relief was granted. These funds were used to strengthen Duval control of Haiti for various fraudulent screening. Large amount was simply stolen by Duval. All right. So they were still in debt, man. Then Esau had all these clowns, man, to rule over them, man. They wicked. So what the hell are you talking about? All right, it says what? Jeremiah. Jeremiah, I'm trying to find it. Damn, that ain't what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something. There you go, right here. It says what? Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 33. It said, "Thus see how the host of children of Israel and the children of Judah were pressed together." All right. Israel, the northern kingdom, natives of America, and the children of Judah are what? Judah's so-called Negroes, Benjamin's so-called West Indians, and Levi's so-called Haitians were pressed together, and all that took them captive held them fast, and they refused to let them go. Right, man? Cause when you're dead, you were not free, man. All right. You're not fucking free. All right. And then they had these fucking clowns, man. The Duval family. All right. And they were set up by Esau as they puppets. What's that area? It's a lot for this taking so long. All right. Look, Francis Duval, Papa Doc. This man, he reigned terror on Lake Levi, man. It says what? Francis Duval, French pronunciation. You know, whatever. I didn't read it. Also known as Papa Doc was the president of Haiti from 1957 to 1971. He was elected president in 1957 on populist and black nationalist platforms since the victoire de coup in 1958. His rule based on a purge military known as Tanta Mokotti. Sorry if I pronounce that wrong. The use of cult of personality. All right. It says what? He born in France. All right. To the back of this, let me see. Son of Deval de Ver, a justice of peace. All right. In order to move up in the Americas, you gotta be tapped to Freemasonry. It ain't no doubt shot of the man. His daddy was a Freemason and a Satanist. Was he got an answer to Esau, the devil, the so-called white man? All right. So please, don't come with this bullshit, Cynthia.
Who determines who gets to be Hebrew Israelites? Since you guys know so much, going back to the hundreds of thousands of years.
Who determines going to be right? Let's see. Yeah, how? This is how you tell somebody Israel. It says what? Deuteronomy 28 and 45, 46. It says, moreover, all the curses come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, overtake thee, till thou be destroyed. Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of Yahweh thy power to keep his commandments and his statutes which he command thee, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and a wonder upon thy seed forever. Right. Was not the so-called Negroes, so-called natives of the Americas, and Latinos enslaved and shipped all over the world? I mean, come on.
That Africans have existed, because you're going on some doctrines that's only existed 2,000 years. So please explain to me.
The scripture's older than that, man. It's older since the time beginning, man. Get out of here, man.
All of these questions.
And it was orally before it was written down.
Also, why is it that the Asians and Latinos and Indians and Jews and everybody else who is subjected to white supremacy, what was their reasoning? Did they all have the same commandments as well? Because you...
First of all, though, people in the land of Israel are not the real Jews. See, you're the one spreading so-called white supremacy. And the so-called Latinos and Native Americans are Israelites. All right? Because number one, the curses are the sign of, I read in Deuteronomy 28 and 45. I don't want to butcher the scriptures. It says what? It says 46. It says what? And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. Talking these curses, man. That's how you know the so-called Native Americans and the Latinos are Israelites. This is on page 37 from the book Black Africans and Native Americans by Jack D. Forrest. You know, we're not Africans, but anyway. It's an unconditional labor shortage in Brazil after 1580. It will appear that the shipping of Americans in Portugal would have declined in significance. But we must keep in mind the Portuguese had to have a way to pay for African slaves, not African Israelites, Judite slaves. Also, perhaps sometimes wanted to rid of potentially rebellious Americans, talking about the tribe of Asher, all right, in Brazil. C. R. Barson noted that late as 1719, the Portuguese of the Paya region were traded 3 or 4 Redskins for 1 Negro. So they traded 3 or 4 Asherites for 1 Judite. Therefore, cheap American slaves captured in the slave raids were sent to Africa and Portugal exchange for Africans, exchange for southern people from the Southern Kingdom, man. All right. So, you know, there you go, man. It says right here, a Jesuit witnessed in 1635 slave raiding using 15 seagoing ships, many large canoes, designed reportedly to secure 12,000 slaves from the Caribbean nation. All right. All right. So, there you go, man. All right. That's how you know our people, the Israelites. All right. So, all right. That's it for now. I'll be back later on, most high willing.